So this is after I've taken it and pressure washed it and then repainted everything. I still got to buff the lens there for the display. It's pretty interesting because there's like nothing here. There's just a big old box just ready for the battery. And then back here you got your hub motor, brakes. I painted the shock. It was all nice and rusty. These are the pedals. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh, here we go. Kind of curious if it'll charge while you're sitting here. If you could just keep pedaling this thing, would it actually charge? Probably just work on the regen like that. I don't know. Something to kind of see. Painted the rear fender there. I took this controller out and shunt modded it. I added solder to a certain spot on it, which will allow me to have more power. It is definitely more powerful. I'm going to say I probably should be pushing about 40 to 50 amps versus the 30 amps. There's a DC to DC converter. I still got a little bit of wire loom to put on there. Here is my input for my battery. It's got a fuse right there. And here's what the kind of display looks like with it not being on. And here's this piece. I've already kind of cleaned that up, getting everything ready to put her back together. I have parts coming for this lovely guy, so I could finally finish him. It's been on my waiting list for too long. Alright, let's go outside and I'll show you all the painted pieces. Alright, so back outside. There's the seat. It's been all cleaned up. Has a circuit breaker that I won't be able to use because it's only for 30 amps. There's some of the pieces here. I kind of went with a all white and black kind of theme. This was white only in here and black over here. And it was a lot easier just to paint all white. Decided to paint that guy white. Portion of this was black and the other part was white. And there's a sticker. You can kind of see the little outline from the sticker, but it is what it is. I didn't want to go through crazy and sanding it all to white, so it kind of won't really see it. And here's another part of the floor. Over here is the top portion. This goes on the handlebar area. I painted that all white. This is the insert for the lights that goes inside of here, as you can see. So the only thing that's on here is like turn signals over here and there. I might go ahead and punch out and put little LEDs here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Here's the back tail light. So I took all the chrome away from it and painted it all black. So that's gonna look pretty interesting once I get that back together. These used to be black. These go on the side. And it had the logo there, Cabo Cruiser. I didn't feel like taping it up. I just painted it all. Just painted it. This is kind of like a build that I'm kind of just trying to get it done as fast as possible. Get it to look good. Get it back on the market. Make some money from it. And here we have our 15S, 7S. So 15 this way and 7 this way. This will allow me to have about 70 amps continuous and about 150, 40 amps spikes. Won't be pushing it that hard, but it's capable of that. This fits right in that spot real easily. These are 3.2 amp hour cells, so that times 7 you'll get the actual amp hour. And well, it looks like I got some work to do to put this bad boy back together. I knew this is going to look pretty interesting. Looks like it's from the future. So, ran into my first issue. I had to go ahead and put one of my batteries in. Not really an issue, but I didn't know which one was left and right. This one's longer, so I thought this would reach over this direction, but it's actually this side. So I had to kind of plug a battery into it. The LiPo 4 6 amp hour battery pack. I actually use this for testing. There's all the display. I actually kind of cleaned this up already and cleaned up the other glass a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? This is kilometers, not miles per hour. So right now I'm maxing out about 39. I'm hoping when I get the other pack in there, I'll be able to go a little bit faster. Man, this is top speed, so it needs the amps to be able to reach that top speed. As you can see, I got one of the other plastic pieces on there as well. So, it's all coming together. So I got most of the front together. So now I'm going to start working in the back, try to get all this back together. Same scenario, I had to figure out which one was left and right. So that's left, this one's right. And I deleted some blue lights that were back there, which, and you know, that might be cool in Japan and everything, but blue lights are police lights, and you don't really want to be rocking their color lights. So like even these lights right here were the parking lights, but they're blue. So I just cut them and disconnected them. You know, it'll be fine. But I definitely don't want any blue lights on this thing. Any other color would have been fine. Hey, look what just came in. So these are my Supermoto tires. They're taller and wider. This is the biggest size I could possibly go with this Razor over here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that bad boy on. And also I got the longer chain to come in because my motor is mounted up a little higher. But back to finishing this guy up, and then I'll be able to work on that. So let me go ahead and turn the lights on. Whoop. There we go. I don't know if that's low beam or high beam. That is a low beam. And there's high beam. They kind of look the same. It's getting there. I do like the fact that I painted those white. Kind of keeps the color flowing. And how the inside is pretty much all black. And I didn't show you the turn signal. Oh, it's on this side. So there's the turn signal. Very bright still. Doesn't really need that reflector in the back at all. It's not like it's going to Canada or anything. And give it another whirl here. Yep, she's all back together. Even get the spoiler back on. I really like my paint theme. Kind of looks like a penguin. Oh yeah. And so I stole the battery of that guy, since I'm not ready with the other battery just yet. This is only 14S, but it's charged up a little bit more. That's a 9P. I'll have a 7P on this guy. So, but what I did notice, the higher voltage, because it's charged up a little higher. Ooh, 41. I was only getting 39 before. So, when I get that 15S in here, I might be able to actually get this thing up to maybe 27 miles per hour. We will see. The controller has 80 volt capacitors in it. So, it's actually a 48 volt, 60 volt controller. So, I could go a little higher. It's just the amount of space it had in there. I didn't want to get all complicated. And I think I don't want to burn up the motor. It's still only like, I think, a 500 watt motor. You know, you really can't ask it to do too much. And this is like a full-size scooter. So, but I do like how everything came out. It looks pretty good. Taillights, everything looks nice, clean, and fresh. There's a brake light. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have a parking light though, so I gotta fix that. Alright guys. The only thing left to do is the battery.